Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. What the? Wait. There's something wrong. Can you feel it? It's not Wednesday. Yes, it is now Thursday today. We will be returning to our Wednesday schedule for Dungeons and Dragons going forward into the week. Rather going forward into the next week. We just had to accommodate some scheduled shenanigans. So thank you for being with us, even on this most wrong of days. This unholy abomination.
Hey,
Th- th-
Thursday is Star Trek Day. It's a great day.
You know what Thursday is? It's Thor's Day instead of Odin's Day. And that's actually the truth.
Yeah, I know.
Wednesday is named for Odin. Or Woden, I guess technically. Anyways, last time, what did our regular irregulars do last time? They went out on one of their final set of missions to track down some missing scouts. And they made their way near to Vogler, but not quite there. Hello, the Nice Rest Tavern. Welcome. Somewhat close to Vogler, where some scouts are trying to spy on the Dragon Queen's army. They managed to track down the missing scouts using some of Kilb's excellent ranger skills and some of Landrin's excellent druid skills. They were able to find the copse of rare trees that the scouts were using as their hideout, rather, and they came across the unfortunate scene of one dead scout and some draconians who were trying to beat him and gain some information from him, as well as one that jumped down and attacked them when they just kind of rushed in to try and save this member of the resistance against the Dragon Queen's army. But fortunately, they were victorious, the day was saved, and they were able to save the life of the scout. Even more fortunately, after that, they were returning their way to Calaman, uh, and they reunited with some dearly, dearly missed friends. Cudgel and the survivors of her mercenary troop, as well as, through some incredible miracle, uh, a woman on death's door, Becklin Uth Varlin? I think it's Varlin. Becklin, anyways. Though she was unfortunately missing a leg and quite wounded, through a very honestly beautiful and touching scene, uh, our paladin, Eggshell, and Landrin used their healing abilities, combined them, and were able to uh, bring her back from the brink of death. And together, the whole menagerie made their way to Calaman. And then the party leveled up. They made it to level 5. We return to our story a few weeks later. There haven't been any real big missions that have come out for your group. Mostly, you've actually been assisting with the training of some of the Vogler folks and the new members of the army, because you're skilled adventurers, you know your way around a whole bunch of different weapons, and you can assist with the training and keeping everyone up to snuff. I should start the music, actually. Sirenscape music. Here we go. We'll do this real fast. So you've been helping with some training. Uh, there was a tearful reunion between Becklin and Darrett that, uh, unfortunately, I'm not going to recreate because I've got a mission that I'm going on here. But for the past few weeks, it's mostly just been people have been trained. There has been some whispers in the town of Calaman that there's going to be a large, like, we're built that there's something's being built up to. It's been too quiet for a couple of weeks. It's been like about a month since you'll return with Cudgel, the former or the remaining members of the Ironclad Regiment, and Becklin. Becklin has been, well, unable to assist um, with physical training. She has been assisting as kind of a strategic mind, consulting, and just kind of ensuring that there's some smooth operations happening. Also, I didn't mention, because you returned with the scout, each of you was gifted a bonus of 100 gold pieces.
Neat.
And it's also been 3 weeks, so you each get from your pay 5 gold pieces per week. So you've got 115 gold pieces.
Do we add that to our treasure?
Yeah, add that to your own personal treasure. Unless you wanted to put it into like the community pool that you have in your party sheet. Because there's actually you got 420 gold pieces in the party sheet right now.
I don't know. I think maybe we should keep some money and then like decide. I don't know. What do you
I
guys
kept
think?
it.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Everyone keep your own money.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right then. And you got the 420 in the parcel coins, the group coins. Everyone can have basically. So there are rumors abound that there's going to be a big mission, like a pushback against the Dragon Queen, because while the Dragon Queen's army hasn't had a whole lot of success in pushing inwards into Calaman, they have still taken several outlying areas, and you haven't been able to push them back from the lands that they have taken in the early days of the occupation. But what's most important is some of the information that you have brought and scouts have brought, and I'll just kind of reinforce them here for everyone. Uh, the Dragon Army pays well. You got this from like some mercenaries that you captured, and mercenaries, bandits, and other ne'er-do-wells have been coming to the region to join the Dragon Army, and they pay very well. The Dragon Army forces include, people as well as uh, bipedal dragon-like creatures. They're referred to as draconians, and they are like more direct servants of the Dragon Queen herself, as opposed to these bandit and mercenaries. You actually have uh, taken some examples of the armor that they wear. They wear black armor with red flourishes and the symbol of Takesis, the Dragon Queen. And you've actually obtained 5 of those chain shirts, chain mails. The leader of the Red Dragon army is a woman named Dragon High Master Kansaldi Fire Eyes. Her soldiers all fear her, and they claim that she can see through lies. And because you've all captured prisoners, I'm going to reward you with some extra information. The Cronians serve the Dragon Queen fanatically and fearlessly. They will fight to the death and use their own deaths as a way to forward the cause of the Dragon Queen. The Dragon
We've
Army
encountered that
uses...
plenty of times.
You have. The Dragon Army uses wyverns and dragonkin called Dragonels as flying mounts. And some Draconians can cast spells, control the minds of others, steal the form of foes that they've killed, or even explode when they die. And you've seen some of those, but you haven't seen all of those. So you've gotten some good information from these people that you have captured. And so here's my question, I guess, to you all. What are you doing on just sort of a typical day when you haven't been given any explicit orders? Don't all jump in and try and say what you're doing at once now.
Like in the city, I guess.
Yeah. Like, are you in the city? Are you kind of go outside the city and like forage for stuff? Do you spend a lot of your free time with the folks outside the city who are from Vogler?
Okay, so I would say Eggshell probably meditates a lot.
A lot of meditation. Excellent.
Because it's good for the body and the mind, you know?
Absolutely. Probably also practicing your horse riding.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll make an exception for this new steed. Like I haven't read. I'm sorry, I haven't read the spell. But is that like, is it a random animal or like a random thing? Like I have to throw a dice or something?
No,
It's not that kind of.
when you cast the Find Steed spell, you're summoning a spirit that assumes the form of a strong and loyal steed, and it can be your choice.
Oh.
Basically, it can be a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. Not a mastiff for you because you're not a small-sized creature. And you get to
Okay.
choose if it is a celestial, a fae, or a fiend.
Okay. I guess I'll think about it while you guys do the lore,
Alrighty then.
the leisure lore.
Just for fun, what spell was that?
That's
Uh,
Find Steed.
Find
Okay.
Steed.
That's a paladin only spell.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, you got it up on the screen. That's a good idea.
Okay, so that's what Eggshell's doing. Kilm, I'm gonna pick on you. What does Kilb do on a regular sort of day when it's not something that you have anything specific to do?
Probably stay out people's way. I know that the people of Vogler know me, but typically kobolds aren't favored to be seen walking around town. So I'll probably stick to the group or stick to the people of Vogler.
Alrighty then. You just kind of make yourself unintrusive, just kind of go about your business. Stripey, anything you're doing? I do you spend your time with Yom? Maybe.
A little bit. I'm Well, that was one of the things I was going to say. Definitely with her and the other people of Vogler, but then, but also just going into town and you know, busking, hitting up
Busking.
the different taverns to perform on open mic nights, as it were, open
All
stage
right.
nights.
That probably is by popular demand your thing here. What does this say? You can always find a place to perform. You receive free lodging and food of modest or comfortable standard as long as you perform each night. And so you're because you keep on playing around and playing songs and stuff. The town of Calaman actually kind of starts to know about you. Like you're already a little bit you know talked about because you're part of this band of adventurers who has joined the army, but you're also just like, oh yeah,
A rock
that
star.
that guy. He plays like all different shows all the way around, and you probably are a source of excellent. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like you keep the townspeople happy a little bit. Like people aren't so stressed out about the fact that they're in a war. You keep morale up. That's the word. Let's see. Landrin. Is there anything specific that you think Landrin is doing?
Yeah, just pretty much getting up early, seeing how people are adjusting to a kind of war-torn region, how kids are kind of integrating from the town that was pretty much just destroyed and run over, and how a lot of folks are just getting along and walking along the streets, just sort of getting a feel for how much people are kind of going through, and trying to bring some joy, some little bits of hope, and whatever the each individual can use, as I make my way sort of out of the city completely, and then spending pretty much the rest of the day amongst whatever nearby just sort of larger trees, and distant kind of things from the city, conversely, for maybe the latter half of the day.
All right, so you start the day in the town, then you're like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. Too many city folk. And you make your way. You make your way back out to the woods and kind of recover your social batteries that way. So I think that this information then comes like around dinner time, around late time of the afternoon for mealtime. Darrett comes to find you all kind of in your quarters and says that he comes up to you all and says, hey there, folks, how are y'all doing today? I've actually got some information for you. The marshal has a mission that she'd like you to be a part of. The dragon army has taken one of the border forts of the province here, Wheel Watch Outpost. It's near the border of Eastwild, and it's the fort that supplies the military that patrols that border. It's about 24 miles southeast, and they just took it out. They just took it over rather pretty recently. Raven, Mayor Raven, was given command of a force to help retake the outpost, but I mean, you all know these folks are a little bit inexperienced, and they would like for you to kind of take part in this, give them a little bit extra muscle. Would like you to join Raven and help support her in retaking the fort. Does that sound something that you all can do?
Oh, absolutely. I was itching to get out with them and get back at that army as soon as we got here.
Whoever needs assistance, for sure.
All right then. Excellent. Here's the map. All right. So Darrett arranges a meeting between you all and Raven for the next morning. And during the meeting, she says, "Hello, good morning, all of you. It's good to see you again. I see Darrett's told you about everything then that we're to help retake the Watch Outpost."
Yeah, we got the broad strokes of it.
All right then. I guess one of the fortunate things is that since we're retaking a fort that belongs to, belongs to KyMoon, we have access to a map. And she gives you all the map here. Oh, that's right. You can't see jack nor shit unless there's someone actually on the map. Isn't that right? Well, I'll just stick some characters on there.
I think there's a button to disable the.
Fog of War.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be important. How do I kill the fog of war?
Uh, for the GM screen is different than mine.
Boop, 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 boop. Disable line of sight.
There you go.
There we go. All right, so this is what it looks like.
Oops.
What have I got on there? Toss Landrin in there. Toss Eggshell in there. Make sure everyone can actually see everything. Okay, so Raven gives you all this map here. And she's pointing to the map as she's talking, and she says, the northwest tower here is a watchtower that has excellent visibility of the surrounding land, so we'll need to account for that when we're trying to take the place. All 4 of the corner fortifications are equipped with horns to raise an alarm. We unfortunately have no idea of the numbers that they have currently occupying the fort. General nature of forts is that they can be held by a smaller force than what it takes to besiege it. So we're hoping that there's not too many numbers in the fort currently, and that it's just a way stop for the current occupants. My troops and I will be leaving later on today. It will take us about 8 hours to get into position in a secluded grove about a mile away from the fort. If I can make a suggestion here, I would suggest that the 5 of you go ahead ahead of my force, slip into the fort, and open the gate without raising the alarm. That is my suggestion. However, I'm open to any plans, really, as long as it's not, frankly, suicide. we need to keep the fort. We can't destroy. We don't want to destroy it, and I won't risk the lives of my people in a full-on frontal assault. It's tactical suicide. If any of you have any options other than sneaking in, I'm all for it.
Well, I have some thoughts.
More than happy to hear them. What do you have in mind, Buster?
Well, for stealth, if we come at it from one of the western towers, Landred could probably conceal our approach with a fog cloud.
I can mask our approach.
That too. We'll probably have to use both your skills. But I was thinking, since Egg and I are going to be very loud and not very stealthy, that you guys could blind one of the towers, get in that way, and maybe use that sleep magic of yours to keep as many guards as you can out of the loop and get the door open.
Sleeping
that-
doesn't really work well unless we beat him up a little bit, so that might not be good to rely on.
Suffocate them with pillows.
Those are some. I do like the sound of that. Sneaking your way in, using the cover of fog or weather magic or something of that sort. Certainly sounds like it would be a good way to make sure that you can get in safely. And Darrett actually speaks up here and he says, we do still have those chainmail shirts that you got from the bugbear mercenaries. They'd certainly be a little bit large on someone like Kilb, but if you were to have some of you wear those and some of you wearing cloaks to cover yourselves up, it would look as if you were members of the army actually returning to the fort as another alternative.
Maybe, but I think we kind of stand out. Me being a glow in the dark, whatever I am, and everyone here not exactly straight on human.
Well, they're hiring all kinds of different mercenaries. They're hiring Kender and humans and bugbears. Obviously, they don't seem to be very discriminating when it comes to who they're using to pad their army out with. So I don't think you would have too much trouble there if you were wearing the colors.
We could do both. Those of us less inclined to stealth could move in disguise, maybe cause enough of a distraction to help the guys sneaking in.
That
I'm
certainly
definitely
is
very confident that I could disguise myself well enough for them.
certainly a good idea, something to keep in mind as well. And actually, Raven's gonna kind of take out a quill here and be like, well, as long as you can open the gates, then my troops and I can come on in and assist you in the battle, if that's what it comes to. There's also two ways of entering the fort. So the northern gate and the southern gate, and the controls are located both here and here. That's where the controls are. So you will need to get to that location, operate the gate controls, and basically, once they're open, my troops can come on in and help you if you've come to blows.
That works.
Truthfully, I think we'll need to actually have eyes on the location and figure out from there what our proper plan of attack is going to be. As I said, we'll be heading out shortly, and it'll take us about 8 hours to get to our waiting point. If you all would like to join us, that's certainly fine by me. If you'd like to go your own way, that's also fine by me. I'll just ask that before you start on your infiltration, we meet up together and perform some last minute planning, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, then. I will see you all as we're heading on out, or as we're about to begin the mission.
When do we go?
My troops and I are leaving in just a few hours. You could head out ahead of us, or head out with us, or leave after us. That's certainly fine by me. I think it would be best for us to, well, we could perform this under the cover of night, or we could do it in the morning after we arrive. As I said, we'll be my men and I will be camping outside of the location and in a hidden location, so we'll need to talk and coordinate how we're going in there.
Should we give her the other, the whatever I forget what the radio device is called.
The
Should Darrett?
Fargab?
Yeah, should Darrett let her have that?
That's definitely could be useful. If you want to do that, she can have it.
In case we need to tell her something that we find or see.
Yeah, absolutely. That can be a good way of doing it. And absolutely, Darrett will happily give Mayor Raven the Fargab. You'll be able to communicate with her that way then. All right.
There's some wild planning going on in the, the Discord chat.
Some wild planning in the Discord chat. Hang on a second here. What am I missing? Oh, depending on what animal I can wild shape into, I can carry Kilb into the fort and sneak into a tower. Don't think I have anything with wall climb. Or the bird can fly over and drop Kilb inside the walls. There's some excellent planning going on there.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't get okay. Yeah, there's some ideas.
You're getting some ideas going. That's great. Definitely first thing to do is you need to get eyes on the fort, and you need to get some more information, because we're talking in the abstract, but no plan will ever succeed contact with the enemy.
Yep.
So
Excellent.
we're moving into reconnaissance.
Oh, by the way, I chose my steed.
You chose your steed. What did you choose for your steed?
Okay. So I chose a celestial elk.
A celestial elk. Oh,
There
that's
was
badass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop this here. Like, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like that, but that's how I kind of picture it because it's like, celestial,
Oh, that's very cool. That's super cool. Definitely not stealthy though.
Nope, not at all.
That's
um,
0% stealthy.
I must say that I looked up like other alternative like steeds, and there was one that I was like, oh, it looks so cool, but it was a axe beak,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like a chocobo, and I was like, oh, I want it, but it looks weird if I'm like a bird riding a bird, so I don't know.
You've got a little bit, just a little bit of like, okay, these cats have a pet cat, and what the fuck's up with that? Why, why,
Yeah.
why is Pluto? Why is Pluto there when Goofy is also a dog?
Yeah.
Think about it like Elder Scrolls wise, like the Khajiit have multiple forms they can take. So you can have a cat riding a cat, but they're like on equal ground
Yeah,
Oh.
kind of deal.
yeah, maybe.
Mm.
All right then. Um, well, let's move forward here. You make your way out to Wheelwatch Outpost. It lies south of where the streams known as the Gravel Run and the Raiding Rail meet. In the distance, a squat stone fortress rises from one of the last patches of green before the rocky scrubland of Eastwild. Its tall wooden gates are flanked by crenellated battlements and solid watchtowers. Torchlight shines through the fort's windows, and every so often, armored figures make their way along the walls. So, this is this is solid snake time right now. So, you can take as long as you want to observe things.
Can I
Uh,
prepare just so I have the components needed for Pass Without Trace?
oh yeah, you like that's the whole point of things going on beforehand.
Okay.
What are the components for Pass Without Trace actually?
Ashes from a burned leaf of mistletoe and a sprig of spruce.
Okay. Um,
And I need to
uh,
have a visual, or I need to have a vocal cantation
voc-
with it as well.
vocal component of the spell, absolutely. Because you are a ranger, you can use what's the word? Ooh, I'm being granted leftover pizza. Excellent. It's a good day today. Um, because you are a ranger, you can use a druidic focus and use that to cast your spells instead of any material components, as unless it says, you know, blah blah blah, which the spell consumes.
Okay.
Or anything that has like a dollar sign amount to it. Like the spell Identify, you need to have a pearl that's worth at least 100 gold points, but it doesn't consume the pearl each time. You just need to actually have invested in 100 gold pieces for pearl. If that is the case, then
Might want to get a druidic focus then.
I mean, the thing about druidic focus is that it's just like, hey, there's a big ball of mistletoe. That's it. That counts.
I like this mistletoe.
You cut a big old stick off a yew branch. That counts. Like it's not like arcane focuses, which are manufactured and have to be made that way. A druidic focus can literally be a quarterstaff made of like this is a branch that he took from a tree in a special way.
Okay. Wonder if our group druid would want to give me something that he has
Oh yeah,
uses it.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
definitely he has one, and he
Whatever
probably has
tree
like
you need, I'll
a
find
whole
it.
bunch. Yeah, okay. So you have a druidic focus, so you don't need to actually have the material components if you don't need them. If they don't have a dollar sign to them. Let me just double check what Pass Without Trace has. Because it's a +10. Pass Without Trace. How long is the duration for?
It's
Up
an
to an
hour.
hour. All right, then.
And I need to be concentrating.
Yes, that just means you can't cast any other concentration spells.
Yes.
But that's okay. So I guess my question for all of you is what are you trying to like? How long are you guys going to spend kind of looking at this place from your cardboard box? And like, are you casting any support spells to do this? I guess as an example, if you guys aren't planning on like attacking at the very same day, like this is probably like you're planning on doing your reconnaissance beforehand, and then the next day or later on is when you're actually going to be doing the attack. So, like Landrin, you could prepare like something like enhance ability instead of one of your regular combat spells to have a support spell instead for giving folks like higher perception skills for checking things out or higher dexterity for things
If I
like
can
that.
prepare that, I'll definitely have that ready for when we would need those
All right then.
for the situation.
All right then. So we'll just say that you have enhance ability instead of pick one of your spells that you would have instead of, or that you would drop for it instead, like good barrier, fire, fairy fire, or whatever. And we'll just you don't have to change your list. It's just you won't have access to that one if someone rolls a fumble and you get spotted, as an example.
Gotcha.
Okay. Sorry, and I need to return to the statement of how long are you guys gonna watch this thing?
Probably at least a day to get an idea of guard rotations.
Okay, you're gonna you're gonna spend a good amount of time. Excellent. I'm going to need DC 14 investigation checks. But I'm going to say this is not one that you want to do willy-nilly because there is a risk. So I don't want everyone to be rolling a whole bunch of bullshit if they don't have a relatively good score for investigation.
That's what I have double proficiency in.
You've got double proficiency in investigation?
I do.
All right
You
then.
can do that.
Go ahead and roll investigation then. Oh, nice. All right then. You're like you take the night shift obviously on this checking thing. And you are super comfortable with that. And you kind of get a feel that this place is just as relatively equally guarded during the night as it is during the day, with the exception that at night obviously there are more people asleep. So even though like it's the same, how do I put this, they've got the same staffing for watching stuff at night and during the day. um you estimate that there are around 20 dragon army soldiers in the fort, and you've determined that the patrols in the corner towers switch their watch duty every 6 hours.
Okay. 20 people. How many are awake at a time if there's 20 total?
During the day, everyone who's not on night watch, basically.
Is it split like 10-10?
No, it's not quite that much. Let me have a look. See here. See if there's some extra data. No.
The shift changes are every 6. Would it be like 5, 5, 5, 5?
Not yet. You got to keep in mind they just like one in each corner tower probably.
Mhm.
Those are the people who are dedicated on watch. And if they switch every 6 hours, it'll be 4, 4, 4, 4. So like 12 on watch during any given watch shift, but then the folks who are on watch then like probably are still doing, or the folks who leave watch are probably still doing stuff around the fort. They're just not on watch duty.
Except when they're asleep.
Except when they're asleep. So like there'll be some folks sleeping during the day if they're on night watch duty, and some folks sleeping at night during day watch duty. But the basic gist of this is there's like you're not going to be able to be like sneak in and everyone's asleep. There will be people who are awake no matter when you go in. Cover of darkness will definitely give you advantage on, or give you an edge, I should say, when it comes to sneaking in. You have lots of folks who have dark vision, so that will also help them. If you go in at nighttime, Killed will not be hampered by his sunlight sensitivity.
True.
And you also see that like folks are coming and going from the fort sometimes. You don't actually see it happen very often. I think just like once. But like everyone is wearing the dragon army armor. And so if you wear that, you will be able to pass yourselves off more easily as members of the dragon army. Oh yeah, and the walls of Wheelwatch Tower are 20 feet high. And there's towers and fortifications. Add an additional 10 feet to each floor. You could you could definitely climb those walls, but it wouldn't be the easiest thing to do unless you're Rowlga and you have a climbing speed.
Yeah, so I have options because I could climb over, but I can also just walk in the front door as well with all this disguise ability.
Yes.
Depends what's needed for the plan, I guess.
Well, what's the plan? What are you guys thinking?
Oh, there's a lot of planning going on in Discord.
Oh, stuff that I'm not looking at. Oops.
Discord's
No,
never
but
this active. What are you
we
guys
should-
doing?
We never use Discord to play.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We should probably have this discussion out loud though, because
Yeah,
I think that'd be interesting for
use
the
your
watchers.
use your fucking voices. We're doing a little bit of an audio podcast. I understand you guys didn't want to interrupt me as I was telling shit stuff, but
Well, we can. I think we can like sum it up, like, or sum it up and keep going
yeah,
out loud.
summarize.
Yeah. Right now the going plan is that Buster, Stripey, and Egg would go in disguised, carrying Kilb on Buster's back under his cloak, and then Landrin shapeshifted into something portable and hideable. Once we're in,
Either a spider or a beetle would do it.
Don't shapeshift into a worm. Might be dangerous.
No, I'll stay very far away from you if that happens. Don't worry about it.
Pasquini.
We can't ruin the mission before it even starts.
yeah, we would drop them off as like we're moving through the main courtyard, and then just kind of go around and see how much we could sabotage, while they go around into the towers and do the same thing, and then we kind of create a distraction by the south gate, like a fire in those stables down there, and then rush to the north gate and throw the door open.
All right,
So-
not too bad.
So we're preparing to disguise ourselves to be let into the watch post or outpost?
Yeah.
They're going to let us in? And
As far as we could tell, as long as we've got the disguise, the chainmail of their army, and hide our faces.
You don't even need to hide your faces. You have the chainmail army. That's just a charisma check.
But let me do the talking.
Yeah.
all right, so when you drop me and Landron off, do you think it'd be... I mean, I kind of want to use this ability. I want to try Pass Without Trace. So if we use that...
Like here, it doesn't have to be an either or. You can get in the door using deception and then pass without trace to be stealthy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, once we get in, he's saying that me and Landron go into the towers separate from them. So we can use Pass Without Trace to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, if you guys want to split the party, you can split the party.
That's what
Hey.
they've been saying.
it's kind of a large area, and that's a lot of people to try to take out, as a group of 5, 6, 5, moving quietly. But if we have one stealth team going around, and then the rest of us basically letting Stripey do his social engineering thing to fuck things up.
You got team distraction, team extraction. That's
Yeah.
just a joke for me.
And me and Landron are doing what in the towers again?
Basically, we need to hamper their ability to respond to the attack.
We set traps?
Set traps, block doors, knock people out, throw weapons out the window, set fires.
Cause disarray.
Chaos.
Heavy fog, smoke clouds.
Did you
Anything
say
that'll get their ire up.
Cirque du Soleil? Cirque du Soleil.
No.
Oh,
Disarray.
Oh, disarray. I was like, what?
A disarray, yeah.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Stunning aerial shows.
Yeah.
The more people that we can knock out or disarm or defenses we can fuck up, the easier it'll be to take the fortress.
I just need to get behind them, D wild shape, and then I could like whack them on the head or something like that.
That would
If I
still
had to.
only do like quarterstaff amount of damage. So there is that.
Oh yeah.
But all right, I think I like this. So you guys are planning on just walking in the front door?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right then.
What time of day are we
That's
doing
the
this?
plan.
I think at night, so you're not hampered by visibility issues, and it helps with the whole stealth thing. It's harder to see 2 small things getting around.
It's true.
And hopefully that means that a larger part of the 20 will be asleep or on patrol.
Alrighty then. Where am I supposed to put you in here? All
This-
right then.
This whole plan kind of hinges on us coming in from the north, but If we have to come in from the south, that's fine too.
No, you can come in from the north, absolutely. Okay, so you're going to be heading up to the right to the front door. I need to make sure that everyone who's wearing the Dragon Army chainmail, make sure that they have chainmail equipped as their armor class.
So that would not be me.
Correct, not you.
Oh wait, am I
Okay.
even able to do that?
Wait.
I can only make myself a foot taller. That's still not enough.
You're hiding under my cloak.
I know.
I'm sorry, I feel kind of dumb. Like, where would I see?
I think you're already wearing that, like, in your inventory here.
Yeah, I'm wearing like chainmail already.
Yeah, you're wearing chainmail, so you just swapped out your chainmail for the other one. I just know that Buster, for example, swapped out chainmail for
A
like,
half
I don't know,
plate.
half plate. Yeah, that
Right,
was
but I kept it in my inventory, the chainmail I had in my inventory
it. Mhm.
list, so I just switched it to on, so we're good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh.
wearing studded leather right now.
yeah. Make sure that it's tagged as equipped.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't notice that.
Okay, and so here's the thing. As a bard, Stripey, you cannot like you don't have armor proficiency.
Hmm.
So allow me to tell you what's going to happen for as long as you are wearing this chainmail. You have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and you cannot cast any spells.
Okay, how about this? Instead of wearing this chainmail, I use disguise self.
Disguise self to look like you have chainmail on? Absolutely.
Yes.
All right then, go ahead and cast your spell.
Oh, it's there's no roll or anything. It doesn't look like.
No, you just need to mark off your that you've used a spell slot.
Okay, yeah, level 1. There we go.
Cool, 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 cool. Are you gonna make yourself look different at all?
I'll. I mean, I'll make myself look, yeah, not like myself.
Okay.
But I mean, I I was thinking of like being like I'm draconic and all that, but I feel like I would end up talking myself into a hole if I try to
Maybe.
go down that route.
Um. Yeah, Stripey, could you're an artist, you're a performer. Can you help us look the role, look the part,
Well,
maybe?
I can't like disguise self is specifically disguise self, but I do have a disguise kit. I don't know if I can use that on other people.
You could. I'll just tell you that your disguise kit won't give you anything better than what you have for actually wearing the Dragon Army armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got that covered, basically.
But before we leave, I am definitely gonna try to give a little speech.
Oh yeah, go definitely give yourself a little speech.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a short one because I'm keeping the longer ones for the bigger stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, so I guess whenever is appropriate. I don't want to, we're still like getting
Just
ready, I guess.
you could go ahead and give us the speech, and we'll just have it on here.
Okay. So, my brothers in swords, glaive, daggers, rapier, bow, and arrows. I would rather fight with you than an army of thousands. And then, I keep going and going for 10 minutes.
You keep going for 10 minutes. Yeah. All right then. You're level 5. Your charisma is +2, so everyone gets
Beautiful.
7 temporary hit points.
Tears
I
in my eyes.
I think I think this was Pirate of the Caribbean's. I don't know.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
All right then. So you're just gonna walk right on up to the door there. Knock knock, Avon calling.
Basically.
All right then. Stripey, you're taking the lead on this. So I'm going to need you to give me a deception check.
Can it be a persuasion check?
Absolutely not. You are definitely trying to deceive people.
Well,
You
okay,
have
well,
you have advantage on this check.
You should probably put line of sight back on and get rid of your circles.
I'll leave the circles there.
Okay.
And actually, I'm not going to put line of sight on because I'm pretty sure lighting is what fucks up the things.
Okay.
But yeah, point is, you'll all saunter on up here.
Oh, by the way, I guess we got there and I was like on my steed, but I'm not like riding it up to the door. I just kind of left.
You just leaving.
Yeah.
You can just leave your steed just like back before the approach.
Yeah, like eat some grass in the woods or something.
Yeah, come in when the other folks are. Also, I assume that you're going to leave the Fargab.
Yes.
You're gonna communicate that you're doing a thing and then leave the Fargab.
Yeah, because that would be really obvious that something's up if a guy walks in with a portable radio.
Let's
That's
say
true.
we left it at with my elk.
Yeah, you just hung it on some antlers and it's just like,
Yep,
this is my life now.
absolutely.
All right.
I would say go ahead and turn it back on and see if it's causing it, and then if it is, kill it.
Fair enough.
We were never 100% sure.
That is true. Line of sight mode. Cool. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It's entirely black now.
nice. I mean, I can still see everything.
Oh, now it works. It's just black and white.
Hmm. It should not be dark in here. It's well lit.
Well,
There.
remember, this is also line of sight, so...
Detsmu, hello, welcome.
Hello.
All right. So it is nighttime. You have made your approach. Stripey, you are the one who is going to be leading this deception charge. Currently, Landrin, you are wild shaped into something small and just automatically will succeed on any stealth checks.
So yeah, I go up and I tell them that we're passing through. We just need to stop for the night. We're reinforcing another group further along. But we just need to stop here and rest and resupply.
All right then. And one of the gates at the watchtower, he had seen your approach. You were not trying to hide yourself. I assume you even you were just like, okay, we're just gonna come on in. We have torches here. We're announcing our approach. You just made sure that you kept your
Weapons stowed.
weapons stowed, stuff open, and the watchman on the western tower there says, you're more than welcome to stay the night then. Come on in. We've got a few open beds at least. All glory to the Dragon Queen.
Glory to the Dragon Queen.
All right then, and you come on in to area W1, the courtyard. This fort's courtyard holds several small structures with wooden roofs. Stairs climb from the dirt yard to the fort's west and east battlements. To the north and south stand solid wooden gates reinforced with iron bands. Along the wall, next to each gate is a metal mechanism with a prominent winch. And at any given time here, there are 3 Dragon Army soldiers in the courtyard, just patrolling, training, or running errands. And there's the gate controls to the north and south. Oh, I can turn that off. Perfect. Now I can see where everything is. And I'm gonna actually turn off token lock movement mode, and you guys can move your tokens however you wish now, entering into the courtyard.
We can move our tokens freely.
Freely move your tokens. Hopefully, if it worked right. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably get near those stairs.
Where
Pause
everybody
here.
is.
Pause here. As you enter, you see that one of the people who's operating the gate controls, like puts it all back in, closes the gates, and uses a key to lock the controls. And then goes about doing his own thing again.
Well, that's pretty important information.
That's very important information, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long do we have until Mayor Raven comes? Should we have coordinated that with her before we came in here?
I mean, they're not going in until they see, like, okay, it's time to come on in situation.
We'll have sent a signal.
Yeah, you'll send some sort of a signal.
What was the signal that we agreed with her on?
I don't
Just say it. Fire.
Obvious, something obvious.
Big
Like-
fire.
This, the sound of battle, explosions, thunderclaps, magic spells being cast that aren't sneaky, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that the map.
Shrieks across the countryside. How about that?
There you go. I'm gonna assume that the map didn't have like all the soldiers' tokens.
No, I mean, I have encounters that I can place in, but you currently are not activating any of the encounters. There's 3 soldiers in this courtyard area right now.
Where?
That they are just there.
Yeah, but
Maybe there's
if I'm trying to remove a 2-foot kobold from my back stealthily, I need to know where to be in relation to them.
Well, we know one's near the winch.
Yeah.
one is by the winch. um Yeah, we can just go ahead and say that you can just drop Killbuff right there and it'll be fine. Although what does Path Without Trace need for verbal components?
Or verbal?
Oh no, it just does have verbal components. So here's my question for you.
Yeah.
Did you just cast that spell before you came on in even?
Probably not, because that would have veiled all of us.
Any creature that you choose within 30 feet. So you could have just chosen yourself and your spider friend, KyMoon.
Oh, that does make sense and would have been smart.
Yeah. So you can even just say that you snuck in. Like I'm just gonna give you the gimme of you've managed to get in safely.
Okay.
You and you've got a spider friend on your head, and you can just go off without the rest of the party wherever you like.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and at least make sure that it's cast so that my second spell slot is used.
Excellent. Okay, so yourself and Landrin both have a +10 to any stealth checks that you do. And as long as Landrin is a spider, I'm gonna say Landrin just auto succeeds on stealth checks.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for Kilb to scurry off in another direction before I move.
All right, so I imagine I will be probably heading for this tower's staircase.
You betcha. You're just heading right up there.
And I'll just
All right, so you two are heading that way. While that's going on, one of the soldiers talks to the three of you and is like, if you're looking for a bed, you want to head up that way. And he points literally to the direction that Kilb and Landrin were heading to. You want to go into the you want to go into oops, not that one. You want to go into
Door here.
you want to go like up into here.
Yeah, I was trying to push my guy through the door, but the door
You-
is closed.
Yeah, the door is closed. I do have to unlock the door.
Mhm.
So basically, does this alter where you're going? Because you know that the three people who are visible are going up into that location.
Oh, so
well,
we can probably move down this way to the farther end.
Yeah, absolutely. Split the party.
Split the party. Number one rule of D&D.
Number one rule of D&D: always split the party.
yep.
I can't see where they are, and that gives me anxiety.
Oh, you can't see where they are because you're up top of the battlements there?
Or
Well,
I have like that little shed thing is blocking my
yeah,
entire view.
the sh-
The shed. The shed,
yeah.
obviously.
So we can't see them; they can't see us.
Beautiful. All right then. So if you guys want to keep your cover story, the distraction team has to go north and the extraction team's going south.
Yep.
And we're going to go with the extraction team here to their location in the southern guard tower.
Oh, stealth team.
Stealth team, yes. Kilb, I'm going to need a stealth check from you.
Neat.
Egg.
That's a 23 with your +10.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. You sneak that door open super quietly, and you see like, is this you see that there's let's see here. Can I just there they go. I'm putting them on the combat tracker, but it's fine.
Okay, he's in the corner.
You see one in that corner there, and one in that corner there, but they're looking out. So you can sneak in, get to the other door, and open that one super stealthily because of that 23 that you rolled. That is up to you.
Heck
But-
yeah.
All right then.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I closed the door. Oop.
I was like, oh. Wait, where am I?
Uh,
I guess I'm just like, where am I standing right now?
this is like a parapet. What are you able to see? Like, I click on you, and this is what you're able to see. All
I
right.
can see most of the courtyard. I can see both of the winches actually.
Yeah. All right. And you can also see like there are soldiers in the gate area. You know what? I'll just put these on the map, and then I can just mess with things later. So like this is where the folks are in the courtyard. And yeah, this is what you've discovered by being stealthy and sneaky in this current location.
Okay.
You have discovered, oh hey, this is just where things end, going down south.
Yeah, it looks like there is nothing. What does the top of the door look like? As in, is it? It's impossible. I just want to know like what it looks like. Is it possible to climb that wall and make my way over the closed bottom gate?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would definitely be like an acrobatics check to get across without like falling.
Yeah, and I have a good history of those.
But it's definitely like big enough, and you're small enough that you could just definitely scoot right across the closed gate if you so desire. We'll let you know if you fail that check. It's definitely gonna be a coin flip on whether you fall inside or outside of the fort, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
While you deliberate, we're gonna go over to Team Distraction. And we've got an open door here, and you're heading into Area W4, the Northeast Fortification. This is a U-shaped hall lined with narrow windows running atop the fortification, along a wall bearing racks of weapons and a horn hanging from a leather strap. Doors lead into an interior room. Oh yeah, I guess I should also mention in W2 Kilb, you saw the horn there, and it was just there. It wasn't used for anything. It's just hanging there. No one's holding on to it.
Oh wait, the horn was there?
Yeah, it was in room W2.
Is that the thing I just went through?
Yeah,
Was it within reach? Could I have snagged it?
absolutely.
Can we
W-
retcon that I snagged it?
yes, you
Okay.
you you just stole the horn. Yeah, absolutely. You've got the horn.
Neat.
Um, and meanwhile, in room W2, there are two Baz Draconians in this location. And they are visible now. And there's a weapon rack holding dozens of weapons from before the fort was taken. All kinds of different things. I guess the one interesting thing on that is a hoopak staff. And that's something that's kind of, it's a Kryn specific weapon. It's the signature weapon of the Kenders. And allow me to describe. It's a sturdy stick with a sling at one end and a pointed tip at the other. It can be used as both a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. Baz Draconians look at you, see the armor that you're wearing, and there's like, meh. And there's a door here that will lead um into the barracks.
Buster's gonna make a big fake yawn and toddle off in here like he's going to sleep.
All right then. And in the barracks there is soft lantern light. dimly outlying 6 2-level sets of bunk beds filling the modest barracks, and there's a footlocker beneath each of the set of bunks. You can see that there are 8 of the beds are currently occupied, and people are sleeping in them.
People or Dragonid people?
Dragon army soldiers.
I'm not seeing any Draconians.
Oop, hang on a second here. Allow me to. Oh my god, this is such a full freaking.
Well, that's why we don't look at the combat tracker when we're not in combat.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, they're just all napping.
Is there room for us?
Floor, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
Fuck bids.
13 and 12 should probably be on the pillow side of one of them.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely just say that like anyone who's doubled up on a bunk is actually like top and bottoming it.
Ooh, hydrate. I got to.
Hydrate, everybody. But like you could definitely like just lie down in here, but like the folks in here are snoozing pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and just do this real fast. They rolled a critical 20 on their snooze check, and no one wakes up as you enter.
Great.
And close the door behind you.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the key situation and how we haven't been able to do anything about that. And my disguise thing only lasts for an hour. I need a plan. I'm scheming.
Scheme away.
Please.
Whilst you scheme, we can return to the split party. Kilb, are you going to scamper across, or are you going to use your stealth and sneak somewhere else?
In order to sneak, I'd have to go back out into the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting a better view. But I've at least taken the warning horn out of that tower.
You have taken the warning horn out of that tower.
Hey, I can see Buster from this position.
Oh, through the wall?
Yeah.
Through the open door? Excellent.
Or through like the little window, I guess.
Yeah, the window or slot,
Nice.
whatever it is.
So I can actually see that they're in there.
Yeah.
So I know where they are. Landry, how do you feel about scurrying across this door?
Landron
I
currently
mean,
has
like,
spider climb.
I mean, like with
I
me,
can
like
spider climb.
yeah, you can do that too.
I mean, I can get up there, but then I'd be kind of on my own, I think.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, do you think it's a good idea for both of us to go over that?
I mean, we could try it, but if we fail, there's a chance somebody will hear something.
Definitely.
So if one of us does it instead of both, that might be better. But I think it's your call.
Landron, because of your spider climb, you can automatically get all the way across there without any
Okay,
issue.
I wouldn't encounter any checks, just getting straight across.
Yeah, zero issue. Straight up, you can walk upside down. Walking across the top of a fort door is no issue to you, especially since you're spider-sized.
Effortless, yeah.
Like
Effortless.
Let's see, 30 feet. 2, 3,
Yeah, don't worry. It all it is an acrobatics check. You've got
yeah, I
plus
mean,
3.
like, I don't mind
think
like
you could
going over it itself because like as soon as you get across the door, like you lose the +10 to stealth checks.
Right. Hmm.
I'm
No,
game
I
for
think we can
attempting
give
it.
it a shot.
Fuck it, we ball. Do it. Give
We
me a check.
Acrobatics.
Go for it.
Oh God.
Effortless. All the way across. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's close.
Oh,
All right.
I
Well,
got. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Nice moves, Kobold.
Fuck it, we co-ball.
That's great.
And you have made it above the northern gate controls. Excellent. And there's a door there. It's open, but I will need another stealth check. Or rather, it's unlocked, I should say.
all right. So we can see into the stables from walking this way.
No. You shouldn't be able to.
Oh, I am able to, but I will say that I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's odd. Um,
Alright, so I'll roll
anyways,
another stealth.
please roll another stealth.
Okay. So
32 for stealth. Yeah, cool. West tower, stick people down.
I'm just going. Oh, it's still closed.
Who's there we go. I'm losing track of who's visible and who's not visible right now. Excuse me. There you go. You can sneak in. This is literally identical to the other one. And you could just with a 32, you can steal the alarm horn.
Okay, so I'll do that wherever it is.
All right then. And are you gonna go out this door too?
Yeah.
All right then. Are you going across and just to the northwest tower?
Yeah, we'll try our luck. Let's see.
Oh, I gotta get that open for you. I will need another stealth check.
Cool.
23. Easily. Easily stealthy.
Oh, neat.
Narrow windows line the walls of this bare stone room. In the southeast corner, a ladder climbs to the floor above. On the wall next to it hangs a metal horn. This northwest tower is the largest of the guard towers. It has a second level to it. On this first floor, you can see a human standing there.
Wait, where?
Sorry, this thing is so full of enemies.
Okay.
If it doesn't show up, just trust me that there's a human standing there doing watch through the outside. So you're stealthy enough.
Okay.
Oh my.
If you climb up to the second floor, rather, do you want to climb up to the second floor and see what's going on up there?
Is there another horn in this room?
You got a horn on this floor. Yes.
Okay, so I have 3 warning horns total.
Yes.
Okay. Easy peasy.
You have a collection of horns.
I'm
Hoenn
gonna-
confirmed.
yeah, right. Hmm. All right, let's go upstairs.
You're going up the stairs? All
Or
right then.
up ladder.
Up ladder. You go up ladder, and there are 2 dragon army soldiers guarding the second floor. There is another alarm horn hanging on the south wall by the ladder.
Okay. If my stealth still works, I will snag it as well.
Yep. Okay, you've gotten like 4 of the things now. Beautiful. Why is
Alright.
this? Be louder. There we go.
So I will go back down. There's not a third floor, is there? It's just like the.
Just the second floor.
Okay.
And
What's the method to getting into the top floor? Like, is it like a trap door that I push up, or is it just an opening?
no, it's just an open opening.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You know, you're good. Pass without trace is so fucking broken, guys. Like, I need you to understand. If you roll a 1 for kill, it's a +6, which makes it 7, which means you roll a 17. Because natural ones don't account for skill checks.
Jeez.
The lowest thing that killed can roll is a 17 stealth check. And these people are distracted by looking outside. So they only use their passive perception, which is like 10.
Neat.
And now we're gonna go back to distraction, people. You've had some time to scheme.
Mm.
Do you have any plans going here? Are you just gonna like murk some motherfuckers in their sleep, or what is your plan?
Well, I'm gonna wait till Stripey has the key before I do anything up here.
Okay, so I'm gonna. First off, I'm gonna just come over to Eggshell and hum a little ditty and tap him on the shoulder to give him some inspiration.
Bardic inspiration is given to
because he's
given
there.
to Eggshell.
And
So I'm a good boy.
and this might be the last thing I ever do. And then yeah, so then I'm gonna come back down here,
Mm-hmm.
under the pretense that I'm still a little awake from the journey, and you guys are going to sleep. But I just need some air to calm down before I go to sleep. That's the story I'll tell anyone who comes up to me.
Yeah, and like one of the Dragon Army people looks up to you as you come out again, and he's just like, "Are you looking for the privy?"
Oh, that would be good information to know. But yeah, where is that?
Fuck, is there a privy? Storage.
Is that the toilet?
Yeah, toilet. Let's just say that it's like in by the stable, or actually in the stable or whatever, because it's gonna stink
makes
in there
sense.
anyways.
Oh, that's good to know. But no, my other squad mates, they can fall asleep on a dime. I can't. I just need some time and some air.
Yeah, I know how it is. I'm doing the night watch, so you know, I
Yeah,
get to try
someone's
and
gotta do
sleep
it.
while everyone's being around in the day. So I understand.
Is this the guy with the key?
No, we'll just actually hang on. Just a quick roll here. No, this isn't the guy with the key.
Okay, and I saw the guy with the key, so I know which one it is, right?
Yeah.
Is he nearby?
Guy with the key is going to be Dragon Armor Soldier 3. I'll just put him up by the thing there. So yeah, he's right there.
All right. So I'm gonna go to the privy first.
Okay, you head on down to the privy. You actually want to be down here.
Oh, okay, I can't see in those things, so
Yeah, no worries. I'll open those doors for you, and if you want to look inside the stable there.
yeah, and whatever, I'll take a leak. Why not? And I don't know if you want to use that time to see what other people are doing, but I know what I'll do after that.
Actually, hold on a second. We're not actually going in there. That would not be where the privy is. I don't know why I suggested a privy. I don't think there's anywhere in here that's not going to be like, oops, there's definitely going to be combat in here. I don't know why I did that. Let's
Just go in the corner over there and.
yeah, piss in the corner.
All right, and then I kind of. I'm back up that way. I can't push to talk and move the thing at the same time.
Oh no.
But anyway, I just come up here and kind of look out the gate, and I ask the guy if he
The
has
gate is definitely closed.
like, it's not like anything with a window or anything.
No, it is solid thick doors.
Oh, okay. Well, I just go and ask the guy if he has any pipe weed, and I basically just try to chum it up with him.
Try and bum a smoke from him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even smoke, but I'll try to bum a smoke.
You know, the soldier just kind of looks you over, and he's just like, "You must be one of them mercenary types."
Yeah, the pay's good.
Yeah, the pay's good, but you know, I'm in it for the vision. The vision, mate. Don't have any of that stuff on me. We run a tight ship round here.
All right, understandable. I'm trying to like silver tongue this guy. If that is at all possible, just to get on his good side and just kind of hang out with him for a little bit.
Oh yeah. That's that'd be a persuasion roll, I think, right?
Sure.
Silver tongue. Is it for persuasion? Yeah, persuasion roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion. 5, so it's actually a 10 plus 9 is 19. So I guess for this guy.
But yeah, it's I mean, you joined for the money, but like now that I'm here, like the ideals are great too. Like the Dragon Queen's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, none of the other gods are around now, are they? But the Lady Takita says she is, and that's for sure. And yeah, you managed to lull him into a sense of security if you want, as you're having a nice conversation with him.
Yeah, and so how is this key attached to him? Do I see it? Do I know where it is?
We'll say he's got like a key ring, and it's like he's got it like kind of clipped on a pouch thing or whatever, or like tied on or something.
How difficult would it be to sleight of hand it off of there?
Do you happen to have a dagger? We can say that it's connected by
Okay, yeah.
by like rope. He's got it tied on that way.
I
Oh wait,
do.
you don't need that because you've got sharp claws.
Oh,
I'll say that counts enough for these purposes. It will definitely be a little sleight of hand check for sure. I'm not going to tell you what the DC would be on that, but if you want to roll it, go ahead and roll it.
okay. Well, here it goes.
Not bad at all. So yeah, you're having like nice conversation with him, and you know you're just chatting, hanging out a little bit, and you just kind of reach over, you gently take the key in your hand, pop your claws out, and just cut through the little rope or twine that he's got connecting the key ring there, and slide it into your own pocket. Nicely done. You now have a key.
All right, I'm gonna keep talking to him for another minute or so, and and just to let the conversation naturally come to a close, and
naturally come to a close.
and then like, Yeah, well, it's been great talking to you. Do a big yawn stretch. I think I'm all ready to hit the hay.
All right, have a good night. Wish I could be doing that now, don't I? And
Your time will come.
yep, and you part so nicely. And Buster and or Eggshell, were you guys doing anything while you were chilling out there?
Yeah, so I'm looking at all the gear that's right in front of me. Maybe trying to find like some alarm horns. See if there's anything that looks like that around me.
Yeah, there is an alarm horn on the northern rack.
Um, what would happen if I took it? Like, can someone? I guess the guy like that's in the corner can like kind of find that a
Yeah,
bit suspicious.
the guy in the corner there like is slightly distracted as he's looking out there, but
Mhm.
I would need you to do a sleight of hand check probably to just
Mhm.
take that um without arousing any suspicion. I would give you advantage though. Well, rather, I wouldn't give you advantage, but if you fail this roll, you won't just like be jumped. I'll tell you that because of the current location.
Mhm. All right, so I guess. Oh, there's another one there. Okay.
Yeah, there's another one.
Huh. Can I stand like here?
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. It's like it's just hanging there.
Okay. So yeah, I just kind of grab it and put it, you know, under my, I hide it in my things.
You hide in your things. Roll me sleight of hand check, please.
Um.
And let's see here.
Maybe with bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I have a perception skill number that I'm looking at here. Do you want to use your bardic inspiration right now, or would you like to just roll with it on a 10?
I will use the bardic inspiration.
Alrighty then. What is it now? Is it a D8 now, or is it still a D6?
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
Wish I had caltrops.
D8 at 5th level. Okay.
D8 at 5th level. Roll 1D8.
Me?
Yes. Okay.
Well, it's
You
something.
have rolled an 11. And yeah, no one notices. You just slide it in with your things.
Cool. And having done that, can I kind of just walk around, see like, you know, see what's there, like over, like on the other side, like in the hallway?
Yeah, you can absolutely walk around. The draconian there will look at you as you show up, and then just like, and then looks back out and continues his watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just just kind of walking around, seeing what's there, like see if there's anything that I can grab that looks like a alarm horn, I guess.
Nope. Just the one alarm horn, as far as you can see.
And what's over there? Is that like a tower, like a balcony? What is that?
Yeah, that's like a balcony, basically. This is a balcony, and that's the other side of the balcony. You could see, or rather, you should be able to see that there's a door there,
Right. Okay.
and that just leads into the other tower.
Oh. You mean here?
Yeah, all the way across there.
Oh. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna stand over here. I mean, like I don't know how far I can walk, like on this little like turn.
Yeah, this is pretty freeform because you haven't yet been discovered. You haven't been found out, so you're pretty freeform. I will be jumping back to Kill to see what he wants to do, but yeah, you've stolen the alarm horn, so there's that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out like here, I guess.
Yeah, all right then. You just chill out there for a little bit. Kilb and also Landrin. You're both still in the same location up here. What are you folks going to do next?
I'm just gonna stay in stealth as best I can because I don't know how much use I would be if I tried to assist anything directly with Killed. I think maybe I should just stay close by.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I guess I will say that this exploration has probably started coming on up on an hour's worth of time.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if you wish to continue going forward as you are now, if you want to put up another use of Pass Without Trace and use another Wild Shape charge, you can absolutely do that. Stripey, if you want to do another Disguise Self to keep up the ruse, absolutely. I just want to make sure that we're keeping track of our spent resources.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I need to remember to get stuff next time we're in town. Caltrops would be so useful right now.
I'll be nice. You've had several weeks to do this to build up to this. You can definitely have had like caltrops and stuff if you want to set some traps.
Okay. Yeah, because I was kind of thinking about setting them at the doors so that if anything were to, like any alarm were to raise, they would have to run through.
Run through some caltrops. I totally get it. Yeah. Like let's say that you've got a whole fuck bunch of caltrops. I'm not gonna worry about subtracting money for that right now.
I was just looking on. I think it says I have 20 usable items.
I mean,
Back
and when,
20.
yeah, and we can say that like you bought a whole bunch of caltrops. I think each thing of caltrops is only good for a single square. But if you want to set like this like 20-foot square you want to have caltropped up, absolutely. And you just have enough caltrops for that. I'll be nice.
Right. I was also wondering if there's a way I could tie the door shut with a rope. I don't know how the door mechanism works. If it's just a simple handle, or if it's some kind of latch.
Does this door
I have
swing
a
in or
suggestion
out?
after you consider placing that.
A what?
I have a suggestion after you're finished where you're going to place that.
Oh, okay.
Actions. Let's see here. Hang on a second. I'm looking in your inventory here. I want to see if you have pythons.
I don't have pythons.
No pythons. All right then.
You have a crowbar.
Yeah. You have a crowbar. All right, yeah. I was gonna say, like, you don't have any way of like tying it shut, really. I mean, no, you totally actually could if you were willing to sacrifice your rope and keep just this one door shut. You could tie around the around the opening mechanism, like whatever kind of door it is, and tie it around a crenulation there. And you can just tie it so that door can't open.
Okay.
And then also have it trapped. Or if you want to have that location trapped and then tie this door shut, rather.
This one has the most people in it, so I want to make sure that they're at least.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you want that one specifically. No one can get out of.
Yeah, and whatever Landron's idea, maybe we can do that for the other door.
Yeah, what do you think of there, Landron?
I actually no. That by doing that, it would change what I was going to say. So never mind for what I did. Whatever I could do to barricade the other side, I will. I'm looking through my inventory to see if there's anything that would help, but
Yeah. What the hell? I don't want this one. No. Ugh.
I have
Movement
rope.
mode.
That's probably the best thing I could use.
Yeah, you could definitely tie
Just
that
tie the
other one
latch
shut.
to something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll this
So
door
I'll
will
drop
be
wild shape and then do that. I'll save the other wild shape in case I needed to go for anything, I guess.
I mean, we can just say that during your you were going to re-up wild shape, anyways.
Yeah.
But you've still got pass without trace, so you don't need to spend wild shape, I guess. That's true. So this door will be tied shut. So stupid. These doors definitely swing inwards. Because I made that just like, do they open in or out? They open inwards, so you can definitely tie it shut. This is so stupid. I love it. Thank you very much for following, very much. All right then. So you've definitely got those things on lockdown. Anything else we want to do while we're right over here?
I was kind of thinking about tossing the horns over the wall, but I don't know how much noise that would make.
I mean, if you wrap them in like a cloak, not very much.
I don't have a cloak though.
Alternatively, if you chuck each of them independently, it'll just be a small sound.
Yeah,
Aim
I
for
just want to get aim for bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to get those off of me. They can still like win the fight between us and then blow the horns. So I want to get rid of the horns.
All right, you chuck the horns over the edge, and just excuse me a second here while I. Okay. I'm not telling you anything. You've thrown them over, and you don't think they made too much sound.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. Breaking out the spoony way of doing things. You don't think XYZ.
All right, so hours up. Should I probably?
And probably like using your second level spell slot and pass without trace. Definitely like a good idea. I'll put it that way. It's not a bad idea for a second use of pass without trace.
Yeah, I mean this is my only second level spell, so why not?
Yeah, and I mean the good thing about it is, because of this, you'll be able to use the hide action in combat, and that will I'll allow you to give yourself advantage if anything comes to it that way.
Sure. I just have to, if I want to use any of my other abilities, I have to stop concentration though.
Oh dear, yeah, that is true.
I'm fine with it though.
Yeah.
I know
All
the
right.
risk. Hello, Timo.
Alrighty then. I think we're gonna jump from you guys back over to Buster and Eggshell and everyone up in the northern corner here.
Yeah.
We need to start moving. I have an idea.
What is your idea?
I'm thinking there's a lot of people sleeping in here.
There is a lot of people sleeping in here.
What if it seems like one of them starts to have a violent night terror and like just completely starts freaking out and attacking everybody else in here because they're having a nightmare or something, or that's what it looks like to everybody else.
I will let you know about a mechanic in 5th edition called it's coup de grace. Coup de grace. You have people who are asleep. What does this mean?
Are we talking the first edition rule of helplessness?
Not quite. Not quite. Basically, if you attack an unconscious creature in this sort of situation, they're incapacitated. You will auto crit.
Yeah, but auto critting, and there's like 8 people in here. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, well, see, here's my plan, and my plan is a little suicidal. I was gonna like motion to Stripey, go outside and stand ready to throw open the door, while Egg and I are in here blocking the door's open inward, right?
The door is open inwards, yes.
Right. So he's on that side of the room. I'm on this side of the room. We're blocking the door with our body, and we're just ganking them while they're asleep, and hopefully getting to them before they get their weapons on. Just barricade ourselves in here and throw down with 8 unarmed people.
3 against 8.
2 against 8. Stripey will be downstairs opening the gate after the 2 Draconians who are outside, who are definitely going to hear this, are probably going to start yelling and drawing some people up to that tower.
I'll also point out that, like, as you guys can tell from your your spot here, there's windows that you can see into the courtyard. There are 3 people in the courtyard, and people can look out of the windows in the guard towers towards the courtyard.
Yeah.
So suicidal is definitely a word for it.
Yeah. We're not going to stay in here. We're just going to fuck them up as much as we can and bail out the left side and down. By then the gate should be open and the army should be on the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of should in your plan.
Nothing is without risk.
Mm-hmm.
But this room contains the bulk of their forces.
Mm-hmm.
So right now they're asleep. And I guess the GM can confirm this because I've been standing in this room for the last hour.
Yeah, they're super sleepy.
They are asleep, and they don't have. Their stuff is in their footlockers, correct?
Yeah, their stuff is in their footlockers. They don't have any weapons on them. They're asleep.
Right. And here we are, fully kitted out. This is going to be a bloodbath of them, and then we get the hell out of here. Reconvene in the courtyard with the gate open, and at some point we'll have to get the stable on fire. But yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I figured if we kill a Draconian, then their death action would draw way too much attention. Like maybe wake everybody up in here. But if we're in here, we're just...
The Baz Draconians, when they're killed, they release a petrifying gas, but it's not loud.
Yeah, there's that. But here's the fun thing. If we decide to move away from the door and let them in and then kill them, then their gas could affect everyone in the room.
It's true.
This is a perfect little kill box. We just have to work fast.
Should we try to attract them in the room?
Once enough of these guys are dead that it makes sense. But Stripey's going to have to slip out before we start so that he can get down and open the gate while everyone's distracted with the ruckus up here.
All right.
Can I move to the stables before you do that?
You want to?
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
technically, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Before, if you want to check out the stables before anything happens, absolutely.
Yeah. Egg's gonna want to stay by the door because we're body blocking.
There you go.
Perception check for me, please, Kilb.
Perception, okay.
Yeah. You hear something large moving inside the stable.
Oh. Like larger than a horse? Large?
Yeah.
Large.
Okay, well I know that setting the stable on fire was the plan.
The stable is also made of rock.
Can I... No, there's no window on my side.
Yeah, there's no way to look in.
It's just a door.
Just the door. Do you want to open the door?
No. If I hear something massive inside.
It's especially massive to you.
Yeah, remember I am a
You are small.
2'3" kobold and a bug.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
There is some... No, that wouldn't work. I was like, there is some foliage, like grass, but I won't be able to set fire. I want to like travel fire underneath the... But I don't want to light anything yet.
Yeah, the fort doesn't have like some sort of beacon fire or something.
Nope. No beacon fire.
There's torches on the walls, right?
There are torches on the walls, yes.
I'm coming down here and I'm seeing that there's still no fire. If I just look at one of those torches on the south wall and use pyrotechnics to create a firework effect, like as a distraction, but also as a signal. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You guys are the distraction team. I was the delay team.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to get back on task.
Yeah, so that would work. And I mean, we've got these guys pinned in here no matter what. You guys just have to deal with what's out there.
Hang on a second here. I can't believe you guys. Your guys' plan is to literally start things before you've killed anybody. If you guys want to start getting the winch open.
I don't like the way you're saying that.
Let me, I guess, to clarify a thing. Opening and closing the gate took 1 full minute.
Yep, which is why we're gonna
Matter
start.
if we
We're gonna
tried to
start.
crank it fast or anything.
They're big, heavy doors. So the fight in here was to be the distraction. The Draconians wouldn't be able to open the doors because we're body blocking them. So they would probably run out here and yell for help. So the courtyard guys would head that way, giving you no eyes on the door.
Yours is the big distraction, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. and we've already blocked off 2 doors so that, access to that general side of the fort is limited.
Right. So when nobody is looking at the gate, and then hopefully too busy with trying to get up here because murder, you can set out the pyrotechnics and open the gate.
Yeah, I think that would give us our best shot in terms of the most confusion we could cause at once.
All right.
I'm gonna make a little signal to the guard over there that I gotta pee again.
All right, and he doesn't.
All bladder.
He doesn't. He just like yeah.
So now I'm over with them.
You don't know they're there. They're too stealthy.
Yeah, but I'm over there.
You're over there. All right. If you want to pop it off, pop it off.
I look across the kilb and kind of like make sign of the cross or whatever religion he is, kind of intimating
Eggshell?
eggshell, whatever. Yeah.
You said kilb.
I said kill, didn't I? God damn it. Yeah, I'm basically sign language for buff. If any.
You have access to bless. You can bless the two of you.
Me? Yeah, true. Let's do it. Wait. Wait.
Yeah, bless. You get plus 1d4 to attack and saving throw rolls.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna use bless. Level 1. Yeah. So I bless both of us.
Okay, you both have bless.
And yeah. Okay.
Be
Okay.
blessed.
I hold up my fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I pull out my glaive and just slam it down into fucking Dragon Soldier 11.
11? Excellent. You crit. And we're gonna start combat.
Oh
and
boy.
Edge, you also get a free attack that is an automatic crit.
So you did 11. I'm gonna do 9.
11 and 9. All right,
So-
then. Please, both of you roll your damage and add an extra damage die.
Oh wait, no, that's not damage.
That's not damage.
That was the wrong dice. No, it wasn't.
All right, then. So, Eggshell, you did a grand total of 8 damage because you rolled 3 plus 3 plus 2. Buster, you rolled 13 damage. All right, combat tracker.
Wait, what? I rolled 6
you're
and
adding-
5.
You're adding an extra plus 3 that you shouldn't have. You roll 2 dice, but you don't add the plus 3 twice.
Oh, okay.
You should be
Sorry.
rolling 2d8 plus 3, basically.
Oh, okay.
Goes to that one. And then another. This one is number 9. Gets another plus 2. Boop, boop. Dragon Army Soldier 11 gets that. Boop, boop.
Okay. Since that was an attack, can I use my other attack, the secondary?
both of you can roll 2 attacks because you're level 5 now. You get multi-attack at this level.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is this still like considered
Still an auto crit.
All right.
So roll your damage with an extra die. Right click when you grab the damage die, rather.
Oh, well, whatever.
8 plus 7. Okay, you kill the fuck out of this guy here in 2 blows. Eggshell, please attack. Your second time on Dragon Army Soldier number 9.
Okay, so I do 1d8 with +3, and then I...
Right click while you're holding the dice for your attack.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
Okay. I'm going to immediately use an action surge.
Action surge, you get to attack twice more.
Yeah. Goodbye, number 8.
Number 8. Auto crits for days. He's not quite dead yet.
Well, here comes that second attack.
Now he is. And would you like to use a bonus action to attack with the butt of your staff, of your glaive?
Yep. Goodbye, 13.
Auto crit. Bonk. Okay. I gotta say, this was a very good use of time. Because, Buster, you killed 1, 2, and done a big chunk of damage to another one of them. And, Eggshell, you stabbed one of them. Number 9 does go "Argh!" as you stab him, and he wakes up. And we will be starting combat now.
So I guess...
Roll initiative?
Roll initiative.
Everyone or just them?
Everyone.
That was the worst dice roll I've ever seen. It's like I spun it like a top.
And we got 2 1s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the top of the order here is Landrin.
Good.
Combat is currently happening. But you are not involved in this combat at all.
Right.
Are you doing anything over here? You are currently stealthed.
I would like to remain in stealth unless there's any real threat nearby me or kill within, I'd say, 20 or 30 feet. I mean, across the courtyard, basically. Otherwise, I'd say stay in stealth.
Yeah, no,
Because I'm
nothing.
assuming anything close enough to them is going to be attracted to that disruption.
Nothing actively right now. You're just gonna pass your turn.
I will pass my turn.
All
Hold my
right.
mana.
Eggshell. Hi there, friend.
Hello.
You've got someone who is in front of you there.
Are
And-
the other... Yeah?
He's
Go ahead.
definitely awake.
But, like, is that waking up the other people?
There was, in fact, a loud scream and death blows done. So you've definitely caused a ruckus, but they're all still lying in bed, technically, so
Mm-hmm.
you get advantage on your attack rolls.
Okay. So... yeah, I just attack him again.
All right.
So I guess... like this.
Roll again to see if you crit. Nope, but you definitely still hit him.
All right.
And
Do
he's
I-
dying.
Okay. So I attack twice, right?
Yep, you get an extra attack now. So you can attack Dragon Army Soldier number 6 without moving from your current location.
Okay. Yeah, so I attack it. Do I guess I re-roll like if I hit or
Yeah, you have to make 2 attack rolls. You do still have advantage because he's lying in bed, though.
all right. Well,
That's a crit. That's a crit. Please roll damage. And I will also remind you, you can use a spell slot to roll.
yeah.
You can roll the smite, and your smite dice will be also critical hits. Will be
Oh my
double
God.
dice rolls.
All right, let's do it. So wait. Let me do this. 1, 2, like this, or wait, what?
Oh,
happened?
because you actually rolled a proper critical.
Oh. Oops. Okay, let's just ignore that.
We will ignore that one. That's
okay.
okay.
So I just. Is it gonna? Oh fuck. All right.
Okay, and then just roll another d8. Okay.
I messed it up.
It's okay. Don't worry about that.
And then
That is 9 plus 7. And then please roll your divine smite dice. Do right click so you have the double the number of dice though.
like this. So it's 2d8 plus attack damage. Okay.
For divine smite.
Isn't it?
Let me have a look at your divine smite here real fast.
For a level
Yeah.
1.
Oh yes, an extra 2d8. Yes, okay. Correct. All right, we are correct here. Perfect. Dragon Army Soldier number 6 is insta-killed. You have deleted this man from existence with holy radiance.
Oh my god. I guess it makes kind of a spark in the room, but like it lights up the room.
No, like holy light just bursts out of every window. This thing.
I just I see like the Limmy. What's his name? Like like the guy who like that meme image. Like he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lemmy.
Yeah, him waking up and looking like shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just like.
That's all the other like Dragon Army guys.
That's basically all that they see. Yeah, Buster, guess what? It's your turn.
Yay.
You can attack a number 13 without leaving, and you will be able to have advantage on the attack.
Yeah, I guess yes, that I do. Advantage. Go.
Okay, you don't crit, but you definitely hit. Please roll damage. All right, that's 12 damage there. Second attack for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Please roll your critical damage. And he's dead, Jim.
Yay.
And you can use your bonus action to attack either of number 7 or 10 without moving from where you're located. Because you have reach.
Yeah, I'll This is a bludgeoning attack
Yes.
with advantage.
Yep, they are still in bed.
That's probably a no, but they are
That-
armorless.
That is a miss. Base armor class is in fact 10.
Aw.
I don't know why they gave these guys scale mail if they're asleep in their fucking beds. All right then. Are you gonna move from your current location?
Hell no.
All right then. Now we move down the order. This guy over here has no idea what is happening. Dragon Army Soldier number 10 wakes up.
That's quite a turn.
And can't do jack nor shit because he's surprised this round.
It's quite a surprise, all right.
Dragon Army Soldier number 12 wakes up. Cannot do jack nor shit because he's surprised. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. You also have no idea what's going on.
Just complete
people
bedlam in their bedroom.
The people in the corners, like, they don't hear this fight going on. And what's your passive perception, sir? What's your passive perception skill? Not great, that's for sure. How about you? You definitely don't hear anything. You definitely don't hear anything. Dragon Army Soldier number 7 wakes up and cannot do shit because he is surprised. Baz Draconian, you were actually awake and on watch. You hear murder happening. And you go to this door here. And it's... You can't open that door. Alright then, this is gonna have to be a strength contest.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll a strength check, Buster.
That's
Love
just
that shit.
that's just straight up the ability roll.
Yeah, strength check.
Ah.
Well, that was a 19 plus 1 for a 20.
Okay, so he gets in.
Yeah, he does manage to smack the door open. You you do get pushed back 5 feet. We'll call that a
Forceful move.
forceful move. But that took his action, so he
Hi.
cannot attack. But he is in there with you.
Buster's like, they're trying to sleep.
Baz Draconian number 2, you definitely heard some bullshit too. You come on down here, and we're gonna do a strength check. Strength contest against one another, my friend.
Okay, so wait, what do I roll the save?
Roll a strength check, not a save.
Check.
The actual ability score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh fuck.
All right, and you also are pushed back as the Baz Draconian steps in. But that also took his turn to get in there. Kilb. You are entirely unaware of the fact that death and mayhem is going on in the bedrooms up there. You have no idea that your friends have become murderers like 3 times over in the span of 6 seconds.
We didn't see any light coming out of the windows.
Were you looking for it?
I mean, it's nighttime, and I'm looking into the courtyard. It doesn't matter. I would raise suspicion to my location anyway. So I'll
You're just
pass
doing
up.
nothing?
Yeah, I'll pass up.
All right. Stripey, how about you?
Safety and stealth.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna come. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6.
Yep. That's your current movement.
Yeah, and then I will create like because none of these people in the courtyard are moving at all, are they?
Nope. No one noticed jack nor shit.
close enough over there anymore. I shouldn't have gone that far to the west. Crap. Can I shout at the people in the courtyard? What was that light up there? What's going on in that room? Because I know what's supposed to be going on up there.
You can. Do you want to?
I mean, do they know that? I mean, are they gonna attack me? Like, they think I'm one of them, right?
They do, but they also haven't noticed anything going on. So your plan is immediately like
Thus as hell.
so you can absolutely. Will you accept unforeseen consequences?
No, because I don't like your tone.
It's what he does. Just go with your gut.
I am, in fact, the DM, and I do, in fact, have to be like, if you're sure, all right then.
It's all DM mind games.
Until it isn't.
There's been there's no sign down here that anything's going on up there? Like no noise or anything?
Nothing that was able to penetrate through the thick stone walls. There was an odd flash of light, but the light is torchlight and flickering down here anyways, and it only lasted for a mere moment.
Okay. Well, I need to get closer over there now then to do anything. So I moved.
You
And that's
moved
about-
your regular speed. You are a tabaxi, so you could have double speed for free this turn.
That would look really suspicious though if I'm sprinting around the courtyard.
That is true.
Well, I guess I put myself in a bad position, and I just have to say that's my turn.
All right then. And we go to the top of the order. Landrin, it's your turn. Are you going to skip again?
I am going to hold my position, stay in stealth.
All right then. Eggshell, it is your turn. You have a Baz Draconian all up in your grill, as well as a couple army soldiers.
Okay. So I will. So these guys, I mean, okay, there's the Baz Draconians, but they're all still asleep, right?
No, they have woken up now. They
Okay,
were
everyone's
surprised. They were surprised and were unable to act the previous turn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'll go, right ahead and attack the Baz Draconian because like he's in my face.
The guys are still on the bed right now, though, I will say, so you do have advantage attacking them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right. Okay. So I guess I'll attack like the one that's the Army 7 soldier.
All right, roll with advantage. 13.
Oh, nice.
You definitely hit it. Roll damage.
Okay. Yeah.
You just regular damage roll.
Yeah. Okay.
You hit him. You get another attack.
So I roll again the
Yep, roll again to hit, and then we'll see what happens with advantage.
Perfect.
You hit. Roll damage again.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad. He is still up, but he is not looking too good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just stay put there.
Alrighty then. Buster Fist, it is your turn.
I'm a swing at the Dragon Army Soldier 10.
Okay, roll to hit with advantage. Roll damage. There you go. You wounded him. You get to attack again.
Can I make that a fainting attack?
Fainting attack? Absolutely. Roll your extra dice of damage. D8, I believe.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Number 10. Okay, he is bloodied up as heck. What does fainting attack do again? Is that give you self advantage on another hit?
It gives me advantage on the next attack.
All right then.
Which is going to be against the Baz Draconian.
All right then. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage. 22. That is a hit. Please roll your damage.
This is a trip attack.
Of course it is. Will you do a trip attack and not fucking kill him? Seven. And 7. And he needs to make a strength check. Or a saving throw. 17, I think that beats your DC, right?
Let me blow that up.
Trip attack is strength save 14, yes.
Yeah, okay, he's still standing.
He is still standing. You still have a bonus action.
Great, I'm slam the blunt end of my glaive into number 10 there.
Please roll to attack with advantage. $23 definitely hits. Please roll damage. And you crack his skull as you go down with the back end of your glaive, and he lets out just like a as you crunch his skull. Dragon Army Soldier 1, you're down in the fucking corner there. Dragon Army Soldier 12 is up. He's fresh, he's ready to go. He does have his long sword with him. He gets up out of bed for half his movement, comes up against you here, Eggshell, and he rolls to attack to hit you. That's a miss. Goes to roll to attack a second time. That one will hit.
Ooh.
And he comes at you with a two-handed strike. As he scores down across you, you take 11 points of slashing damage, and then right all the way across where the blade was, you take another D4 for 4 points of fire damage as flames lick up along where you were cut.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Ow.
This guy's not involved in combat. This guy's not involved in combat. This guy's not involved. Nor is this guy. Nor is this guy. Nor is this guy. Soldier number 7. Oh, he's hurting real bad. He gets up out of bed, though. He draws his blade and he goes to attack you, Buster.
Can I get an attack of opportunity since he moved?
Yes. Okay, so you're just going to negate his critical hit with a critical hit of your own here, basically. Roll damage, please. Yeah, he gets up to get out of bed, and you cut his head off as you spin your glaive around and murder him.
He was gonna crit me. That's the best.
He was going to crit you.
Oh my god, nice.
In a different timeline.
And then he
All right.
woke up, and then he died.
And Baz Draconian number 1 rolls to attack you. That's a miss, and he goes to go for it again. That's another miss. All right then, cool. Baz Draconian number 2. He's gonna go for you, Eggshell. Nope. And again goes for Eggshell. That one will hit, and you'll take some damage here. As you are slashed with this, or rather you're stabbed with this short sword in a weak point in your armor. You take 5 points of damage, but you take 5 points of damage for breakfast these days. Next in the order will be Kilb. Do you do anything?
I mean, there's still like no hysteria going on, so I don't think I am.
All right then, Stripey, how about yourself? Do you do anything?
Okay, God. Yes. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna. Can I make a mark on this map just to say kind of? Well, over by the stairs up to the barracks. Are there any torches or anything there?
Like here? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, but is there a torch? Maybe a torch up top, like toward the door.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Okay, so I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I'd like to do kind of stealthily do pyrotechnics. So like it looks like I'm not involved with the casting of it, but a pyrotechnic firework goes off in that area to try to draw their attention.
Components for the pyrotechnic spell are both verbal and somatic. So you do have to wave your arms around and say some bullshit. You are not a sorcerer with access to meta magic, unfortunately. You must obviously cast a spell.
Okay. That's
Subtle spell casting is specifically a sorcerer's ball game.
I'm loving this. Egg and I are just murdering everyone in this room. No one hears shit, and everyone's in the courtyard like, what do we do now?
I had an idea, and it turned out not to be a good one. Or not work with the
With the mechanics, unfortunately.
mechanics. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna kind of go to a different version of my original plan, which was I'm gonna make it look like Dragon Army Soldier number 5 is going crazy.
How
And
so?
that's going to draw the attention of 3 and 4, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be with enemies abound. So he's gonna. So he would, if this is correct,
Yes.
he would want to attack basically anyone in this courtyard. And I'm hoping that will not be me.
Range of 120 feet. I'm going to tell you, you probably want to be back where you were before to cast this spell. Maybe even hide yourself around the corner. Because you can still see him there. And from over here, no one's going to be able to see that you were casting a spell other than your friends.
Okay, so I never moved over there.
You never moved over there.
That never
All
happened.
right. That never happened. Cast Enemies Abound on Dragon Army Soldier number 5. You must make an intelligence saving throw. I have some good news. This gentleman does not have a great bonus to intelligence. I have horrible news. He succeeded on his saving throw.
Well, damn.
But does he know that a spell is being cast on him, though? That's the question, because he succeeded the saving throw. I'm going to call this a wisdom check.
I don't like these rolls.
Yes, he kind of stands up straight and he looks around and calls out to his friends, and he says, or like he just calls out and starts shouting, and he says, There's something here. Something just tried to cast a spell on me.
Well, that's same effect.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely alarmed, and he doesn't know that I did it. So.
And that is going to be the reaction of his turn. And I have a question for everybody, because we are past our normal end time by a little bit. Were folks needing to go to bed earlier today, or like, since this isn't our normal time, people have to worry about?
Going.
Okay.
I do have work in 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay. I mean, I can go on for like maybe another like 15 minutes.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, no, that is okay. Landrin, it's your turn now.
Still nothing to do. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay hanging back.
All right then, excellent. Eggshell, it's your turn, my friend.
Oh man, I'm gonna hit Soldier 12 like with all I can muster. So oh fuck.
Aw.
Roll again.
Oh, because I got a second attack, true.
You
Okay.
have second attack. Exactly.
Oh. Does that hit?
That is going to hit, yes.
Oh,
sorry,
man.
which one did you say you're hitting?
The Soldier 12.
Soldier 12. All right, roll your damage.
I'm gonna Divine Smite that ass.
All right then, please roll your additional d8s.
Can I just click this? Oops.
No.
Pew pew.
Yeah, it's just my notes. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So another flash of light.
Yeah, another flash of light on this guy, and fuck it, he's dead. I'm not gonna care about a single hit point. Close enough. You've attacked, and
Revenge.
that is your turn. Buster! It's your turn, my friend.
What's that thing that lets me move away without being stabbed?
That is a disengage action, which means you cannot attack.
I would still have my other attack there, right?
Yeah. No. Wait, sorry. You're a Herringon. You have Bunny Hop.
Oh, right. Alright, I'm gonna hop this way to the window.
Okay, you hop to the window, and you have your attack action.
Great. I'm gonna throw a javelin in the general direction of Dragon Army Soldier 5.
Javelins will not fit through the arrow slots. You don't. He's
Oh. Can I squeeze? No, it's an arrow slot. You said, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna just go right back to attack. I'll hop back.
Well, I mean, you could have dragon hopped. You could have
Oh.
hopped and hit with your range still.
Yeah, you're right. I'll just stay over here. That second hop didn't happen. And glaive attack number 1.
12. That's a miss.
Glaive attack number 2.
That'll hit. Roll damage. And do you want to make that a special thing?
Yeah, I'll make it a. I'll make it a fainting attack.
All right then.
So that's this and this.
You do a fainting attack. And you kill it. Beautiful.
Great. Now,
So
can
then it
can I-
has its death throws, but there's no one around it.
how much movement do I have left?
You did a bunny hop, so that didn't take any of your regular movement. You have 30 feet.
Great. I'm gonna go 10 feet this way.
Mm-hmm.
How far can I bunny hop again?
You've already used your bunny hop on this turn,
Oh,
so you
well,
can't do it again. It takes a bonus action.
20, 30 altogether.
30 altogether.
And I can't attack 2 through edge, right?
You've already used both of your attacks this round,
Right.
and your bonus action for the extra one.
Right. You know, I'm just gonna position myself here.
Okie dokie. Dragon Army Soldier number 1 did hear that shout, so he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dragon Army Soldier 14 is going to come here and try and open the door and fail. And he's not able to get out. That'll be his turn. He'll spend doing nothing at all. This Dragon Army Soldier will then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And here we go.
Hi,
The
puppy.
doors to the stable open. Flying out is something that is similar to yet extremely different from what you saw at the at Vogler. This thing has
Mechanical dragon thing?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Riding astride a dragon is a dragon army soldier. And the dragon army soldier is looking around on his turn. And perception check is plus wisdom. I'm going to need a stealth check from Kilb and Landrin, please. Plus 10, it makes that 18. And Landrin, plus 10 makes that 14. The dragon army soldier points to Landrin and shouts and says,
He's a bug, though, right?
Did you use your wild shape? Because you said that you didn't use it a second time.
No, I did not use it a second time because I had to lock the door and move.
Points to Landrin, shouts and says, "There was someone hiding." And Landrin, you are no longer hidden, though Kilb you still are.
Okay.
Dragon Army
Great.
Soldier number 2. 5, 10, 15. 10, 15, 25. Cool. What's the range on a javelin, real quick?
I think it's 30.
Range of 30, max range of 120. He's going to make this roll with disadvantage to try and strike Landrin with a javelin.
Jeez.
That's a miss.
Whew.
But he gets to do it again.
Ah.
That's a second miss.
Oh boy.
Dragon Army Soldier number 3. There, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Draws a javelin to roll to attack. That will hit. The temporary hit points that you were given earlier absorb this blow even as the flames lick up from the javelin as he draws another, but misses as it throws into the ground. Dragon Army Soldier 4. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he comes to attack you. I'm very sorry. This is very rude. 5. You've been struck, and you take 1d4 fire damage. Dragon Army Soldier 5. Wait a second. Oops, no, didn't want to move you. I was trying to move the map. Dragon Army Soldier 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Draws Javelin to strike at Landrin. That's a critical miss. Let's try this again, shall we? That also misses. Baz Draconian number 2. He's fresh and he's feisty. He's going for you, Eggshell.
Come at me.
That's a miss. That's another miss. That's his turn. Kilb, it is now your turn. You are still currently invisible. Or hidden, rather.
I know, but there is someone next to me.
There is someone next to you, but he doesn't know that you're there, so you can move without taking any opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I know. I was going to attack him.
Oh, okay then. With a sword?
Yeah.
All right then. Please roll with advantage.
I mean, you could scurry off to a archering point. Archering point?
Yeah, if they haven't seen you yet, I would hope to imply that I would want you to stay out of harm's way since you are a bowman.
Just trying to think of where it would be safe to run. I know we got people. I know. We can run back.
If you could position yourself closer to where Eggshell and Buster are, like in that general direction, and then you'd be further away from the conflict here.
That would also be exposing myself if they were to see me.
Yeah. I'm just
Because
trying to
this
see where
is-
vantage points would be.
Because this is magic hiding, and like you're not invisible, but they need to actually make a perception check to see you. Other than if you move, I will have you make a stealth check again, but you still have the advantage of pass without trace, and you're only going up against their passive perception currently because they're not actively looking for you.
Yeah. Out of character, you have the advantage, Purple, right now, so use it. Okay. Would be my advice.
Oh, oops. I just tried to move the map on Jaye's stream.
Oopsie daisy.
Let's see. I would probably want to move back. Oh wait, I have how much distance?
You have
30.
30 feet of movement.
Yeah. So,
And I will also tell you, unfortunately, actually, I should be nice. We've counted this as air quotes combat, but you haven't been taking part. You actually have 10 extra feet of movement because this is your first round being in combat. An active part of combat. I'll be nice.
I
There you
appreciate
go.
it. I feel like I want to get. They're saying get towards Eggshell and them. 5,
Mhm.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Because
30.
presumably we'll have to regroup at some point.
Okay, you move 40 feet. I will ask you for a quick stealth check. You're going up against people's passive perception, though, so this is mostly a formality, I think.
Oops, I did advantage roll. I'm sorry.
That's
So-
okay. Just roll a regular one. Oh. I am very sorry. There is something else about going on. So this Drake, All right, this dragon-looking motherfucker.
Detect magic.
Nope.
Oh.
As you move from your position, you see that its eyes follow you, and it lets out like a snarl.
Oof.
And it sees you. It knows you're there. So does its rider. But you still have the opportunity to take an attack action and break your hiding, and take advantage of this. If you want to attack anyone other than the flying creature here.
Does my second part of Umbral Sight help me at all?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
This is a dimly lit area. So it normally would have, but this is not dark vision.
Okay. I don't know if even if they do see me, I don't know if I want to come out of stealth quite yet.
I'm gonna let you know the Dragon Army soldier is going to say there's something else hidden here on his turn.
I know.
Or as a reaction. So you will
Do they
no
get their
longer
turn
be.
before? I'm at the top of the list, though, right? Iggy?
You are still at the top of the list,
Okay.
but I was going to, like, we're kind of at the 15 minutes that we were given. This is going to be the last round of combat, I think, before we pause for the week, unfortunately, because this new enemy is a big chunky one.
Yeah.
And it's probably going
Yeah,
to take a lot of like hours worth of time, so I don't want to keep
Yeah, this is a whole
folks too
separate
late.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I'm thinking that they would know that I'm hidden. Would they still have to pass perception checks? Because I'm.
One of them, this thing can see you.
Yes, I know that thing can.
The rider will be able to use that to see you. They will have to pass perception checks to find you. Until, say, for example, this Dragon Army soldier attacks you physically. That will break your stealth. Absolutely, without anything else being done.
I would just like to say my plan is to use Fog Cloud as soon as possible. So the attention will be diverted. I don't know if you'll still be found out, but that's my plan afterward.
I'm gonna just to let you folks know, to stop some quibbling back and forth. This thing has blind sight.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't normally give you this information, but just because we're at the end of things, I want to make sure that you know. I'm just gonna Kilb, attack, take advantage of the fact that you have Dread Ambusher. You can get 3 attacks off.
Do what you can.
Otherwise, it's you're gonna lose it by the time of the next encounter in a week.
Yeah, they will find you out by the next round. There's no way they won't.
Yep.
All right, fine. I'll attack number 4 then. That'll
Number
give me
4.
advantage rolls.
Yep, you get advantage because you're attacking from stealth. And I'll give you advantage on all the rolls, even though I think you're only supposed to get advantage on the first one before you break stealth.
So it's just the dragon have what is it, dim sight or whatever, or do the other ones?
Blind sight.
Blind sight. They all have that?
The dragon does, and the rider can take advantage of it.
Okay.
Okay, that definitely hits. Please roll your damage on Dragon Army Soldier number 4. Excellent. You get your second attack as a ranger now. So please roll to hit. Roll again just to see if you crit. All right. Roll regular damage. This is not your dread ambush or extra attack, so regular damage.
I don't think I put Dread Ambush on the first one.
You don't. You get it on the last attack of your round.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, and now this is your dread ambusher attack. So roll with advantage to hit.
Advantage to hit this time.
Yep.
And crit, neat.
And you crit. Please give yourself dread ambusher and roll damage.
My God, that was a lot.
4d8. Beautiful. So here's what happens. You realize that this thing can see you. And you're like, well, all right then. Nevertheless, draw your bow, and like you draw 3 arrows back in a single shot and let them fly. And you immediately kill this thing that is right up against your buddy Landrin. Stripey, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Alright. Goddamn. So Kilb is out of hiding now, right?
Kilb is out of hiding, yes. He still does have Pass Without Trace on his concentration, so he could hide again from things that don't have blind sight. Technically.
Are there any fires down here? Near everybody down here?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's probably like, there's torch here, torch here, torch here.
Alright. I'll try to blind them with pyrotechnics, which will also double as a signal to Mayor Raven.
All right then. Let's see here. What have we got for pyrotechnics? Fireworks. Each creature within 10 feet of the target must concede on a Constitution throw or be blinded.
It's not really that close. It's not 10 feet.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's not too close.
Maybe that's not what I want then.
You can try enemies abound again.
I guess so. Probably. I guess on Soldier 3, I'll do that.
You could do it on Soldier 3. There is a great big flying beast in front of you.
Well, if that's a good idea, I was thinking that. I just thought maybe that would, because it's like, what is it? It has to be not immune to certain things, and I don't know anything about dragons. But
it has to be immune to being frightened, and I will be nice. It's not immune to being frightened.
Okay, well, if it's gonna fail the intelligence saving throw, then it sounds real awesome.
It has every possibility too.
Well, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
All right, then intelligence saving throw. Enemies abound has affected the Dragon Army Dragonelle.
Oh god.
It's gonna be fun.
And that is where we're going to be calling it here. I'll just put this in here. Enemies bound.
I knew that one was gonna be fun when I saw it.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun. It's going to be so fun. That being said, we will be finishing this combat next week on Wednesday. I want to thank everyone so much for coming out tonight and putting up with us adjusting our schedule. Big thank you for the group for coming out. I honestly had no idea how this was going to happen here. I really thought you guys were going to murk some guys in the corners, cut down on numbers, as opposed to just, okay, let's just fight everybody all at once.
It worked.
It did seem like we could have done that once or twice, but then we kind of shied away from it. So,
Yeah.
that was a possibility.
Was definitely a possibility. We're doing a raid. We're raiding Kubrick.
Yeah.
Everyone say hi to Kubrick.
Yeah, I'll do the whole ending thing.
Alrighty then. See y'all then. Bye.
I didn't mean to cut him off. But yeah, thanks everybody. I don't know what the schedule's going to be next week, but we will be doing Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday. Hopefully some Dwarf Fortress on Thursday. There's just some medical stuff coming up that I need to be free for, involving a family member. That's all. But thanks for following. Thank you to all of our subscribers. If you're not, consider subscribing, and check us out on YouTube for our past playthroughs, and at Team RexFox on Twitter and Mastodon.social. See you next week.